is Yew Jing Wen and my matrix number is 211250. I'm going to talk about what actually kitchen waste is. So based on the phrase kitchen and waste, we all can totally guess our kitchen waste is something unused or unwanted or ready to be discarded from kitchen. For more specific term is the leftover organic matter from the kitchen, such as vegetables and fruits remains and peelings, eggshells, bones, coffee and tea sediments, tainted food, and so on. Basically, kitchen waste is nutrient-rich, eutrophic, and containing high level of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and other organic molecules. Other than those organic matter, food packaging and kitchen towel are also considered as kitchen waste.
My name is Shafiqah Binti Sahrin with matric number 212732, and I am going to explain about the source of the kitchen waste and where does it come from. So, kitchen waste is usually produced daily in highly populated areas. This does not mean that the low populated areas does not generate any kitchen waste, but it is mostly the highly populated areas that generate a huge amount of kitchen waste. And the kitchen waste is produced usually from the leftover organic matter, not just from the household, but it also came from even restaurants and even from the hotel. So how does the kitchen waste actually generated from? So it is from unsold food from retail stores. It also can be from the plate waste, uneaten prepared food, or kitchen trimmings from the restaurants, cafeterias, and households. And it is also produced from the products from food where they are doing the processing facilities, and along the processing journey they produce a lot of waste, and it is considered as kitchen. So what happened next after the kitchen waste is generated? So kitchen waste is intentionally discarded from the consumers, and the researchers said that 43% are coming from the households, 26% coming from the food service, and 30% from the retailer. When they end up and enter the mixed municipal waste system, it is difficult to process by the standard means, such as when they are doing the incineration. It is high due to the high moisture content and the high cost needed.
Hello everyone, I'm Waffa Maisarah with matric number 212583. Now I will continue on the impacts of kitchen waste. As we already know that most of the waste that kitchens produce is food waste. So the first impact is contribution to climate change. When food is thrown, methane is released. Food waste that ends up in landfills generate a substantial amount of methane, which more dangerous than carbon dioxide. For the excessive concentration of greenhouse gases such as methane, carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon absorb infrared radiation and warm the Earth's atmosphere, which leading to global warming and climate change. If we shift food waste from landfills to an innovative food waste treatment system, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by roughly 11%. Next is degradation of land. In terms of land use, around 3.4 million acres of land, or roughly one-third of the world's total agricultural land area, is utilized to cultivate food that is wasted. We are rapidly running our natural land to the point where nothing natural can grow there. This indicates that we are overusing land for food production. And if we are not careful in the future, the land's ability to produce will gradually shrink as we damage it. As converting arable land into pastures would result in the loss of animal habitat and could significantly disrupt the food chain within the ecosystem. Other than that, food waste means fuel waste. It is because we utilize oil, diesel, and fossil fuels to grow, transport, store, and prepare food. For example, harvesting machinery consumes a lot of fuels, as does carrying food from the farm to the warehouse. Much of the equipment requires oil, diesel, and other fuels. When these fuels are used, they emit dangerous greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide into the environment. Waste of fuel or oil both has a significant impact on our environment. Last but not least, harmful to aquatic ecosystem and human health. Kitchen also produce waste such as black water. Black water is an example of domestic wastewater that derive from human activities in households, specifically from kitchen sinks. Moreover, black water typically cause short-term negative environmental impact. The combination of low amounts of dissolved oxygen and poisonous components of certain organic waste can result in the localized mortality of aquatic life. Other than that, long-term exposure to black water can cause infection, disease, and long-term respiratory difficulties, while coming into contact with it can offer even more serious health hazards, even death in some situations. Therefore, human health risks are low if you avoid direct contact with black water. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Following are some methods that we generally know for kitchen waste management: open dumping, open burning, sanitary landfill, incineration, minimization, and also animal feeding. However, due to the characteristics of complex sources and complicated composition for kitchen waste, using as raw feed materials usually bring potential security hazards such as homologous problem, bacteria, heavy metal, and toxic and harmful substances. Besides, there are some alternative treatments that are used currently. First is the composting. Kitchen waste could be applied to compost due to its high organic matter content and comprehensive nutrition element. During composting, it converts organic in kitchen waste into a hygienic, humus-rich, relatively stable product that conditions soil and nourish plants. Second is thermal hydrolysis. It is a two-stage process combining high-pressure boiling of waste or sludge followed by a rapid decompression. These combined actions sterilize the sludge and makes it more biodegradable, which improves digestion performance. However, the recycling kitchen waste concept under consideration is based on the process of thermal hydrolysis followed by an anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion can convert kitchen waste to bioenergy or renewable energy. It's a biological process involving biodegradation of putrescible organic substrate into biogas via four main steps, which is hydrolysis, acidogenesis, acetogenesis, and methanogenesis. This treatment could recycling methane gas as well as resource recycling. I will pass it to another presenter.
My name is Leong Min Yan with matrix number 211054. Kitchen waste management are important because it helps to reducing the food waste. It can help us to save and make money. In some area, the trash pickup is less expensive if volume is reduced by keeping the wasted food out of the garbage. In addition, some haulers lower fees if the wasted food is separate from the trash and sent to a compost facility instead of the landfill. Besides that, the wholesome food that is currently wasted could help feed the family in need. Safe and wholesome food that is currently thrown away could help feed the hungry people and reduce the food insecurity today. Each year, the food bank rescues around 3.6 billion pounds of food. This represents only a small percentage of food that could have been donated but end up in a landfill. Next, greenhouse gases generated from the food rotting in landfill could be reduced to help mitigate of climate change. So why kitchen waste management is important? It is because the poor management of kitchen waste will cause the loss of the natural resources, human health issues, pollution of river and sea, the generation of methane emissions from dam and landfills, and missed opportunity to recover valuable energy, organic matter, nutrient, and water content in food waste. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Alya Irdina with the matrix number 212425. I will continue my part, which are kitchen waste challenge and limitations. As we all know, food or kitchen waste is the major household waste. One of the reasons why it happened because most of us don't really know how to manage it. Or even if we know, there's always a challenge and limit to do it. For example, most of the kitchen waste cannot be recycled or reused, like rotten vegetable, food scraps, spoiled food, and much more. Although some of the kitchen waste like used oil can be recycled and turned into new product like soap, but it's a little burdensome to most of us. Not every household can compost the food waste. Composting a kitchen waste is one of the best ways to reduce it. However, not everybody can do it since there are people who live in the apartment or flat, so it's harder for them to find a land or soil to compost their food waste. Next is lack of recycling place that accept kitchen waste. Most of the recycling centers do not accept or collecting kitchen waste. So we don't have any choice but to throw it away. Even there are recycling centers that accept the waste, it could be far away from their house and it's difficult for them to bring the waste if the centers do not provide transportation that could collect it. So that's all from me. Thank you.